But yeah, guys, it is Wednesday. You're watching SipsTea, the show. We thank you for tuning in as we do every Wednesday. We're actually a little early for being late, which is cool. You know, that's really, really good. But we probably would have been here a little bit earlier too, but we had to get Eb Deceleb together, like get her together so that she can come here and be with the people appropriately.
I ain't never should. I ain't never had chicken noodle soup taste like that before.
Oh, yeah, we had to give her some chicken noodle soup.
I mean, show them how I came in here.
She came in here bumping into shit. Now, mind you, I'm not a fan of being around germs and germy people. I'm not a neat freak. I'm not a clean freak. See all of that? I'm not like I really don't even want to open my mouth right now. Seriously. And then she came in here and turned the heat up and stuff like that. And so that all that says to me is incubator. You are trying to create an environment in which all of that you was just doing is going to try to attack me. No. First of all, especially if you're gonna be around me, I would like to see you well. I would love to see you well. I need you to be well and get well because I cannot be a part of the bullshit. Okay. That's where I'm at with. I cannot be a part of that. Hey y'all, see?
Y'all look.
I promise you she was not just doing all of that a second ago either.
Because I think this tea opened me up or something.
Okay, we need to close.
Yeah.
Close you back up.
You can't be.
I think the chicken noodle soup closed and shut that shit down. And you know, guys, the funny part is we will talk about this more during
it's real.
We are really going to actually move through this show today so that we can, number one, get Eb Deceleb out of my immediate area. Love you, girl. But you gotta go. You gotta go. I gotta go. Somebody gotta get the hell out of here, right here. Okay. Somebody gotta go. But also so that she can get some rest and things like that, because those are things that are important to you when you are not well. So again, we will talk about that more during detox, but in the interest of getting up and through SipsTea the show and all these segments and all of this tea we got for y'all and all of the things that have been going on.
Come hot, here on high water, you can always count on the A to B with the motherfuckers.
Yeah.
They always gonna have some damn content.
We gotta
you ain't never gonna miss out on shit, Shug. Let me tell you something. It's always some shit going on. Like seriously, it's always some shit going on. I'm ready for the day and age where it's just calm. Like the world that we live in today, it's a scary one. It is so scary. And now, crazy. Now they got other. One day it's hot, one day it's cold. I can't do this shit no more.
So we'll
So let's go ahead and hit them with the detox.
Well, we gotta get y'all to positivity. We gotta come in here.
Also, you know what? I realized this was International Women's Month.
Yeah. And you know what? All I can say is during International Women's Month, we have been trying to do our thing and shine on other people. I didn't really realize that until I actually saw a challenge where people were doing and empowering that. Yeah, I want to do that challenge too. And no lie, this is real. Like I did. They were doing a challenge
about the thing. I was shocked. I was like, wait a minute. They tried to blind us because
who is they that's trying to
world.
I just didn't get a major announcement that it was
but they announced everything the fuck else.
But you know what, whoever they is, I haven't been even waiting for they to announce anything. I actually think it's just because I haven't been on social media enough.
No, they ain't been posting shit on social media.
Who is they?
The world.
The world ain't been posting because actually how I find out was because somebody posted something. And it was actually Kelly Rowland doing a dance. And apparently there is a challenge going around where, and I can't remember the young lady's name, but she's a designer and she put out a challenge telling people to lip sync or dance or whatever to your favorite, song of empowerment or whatever, just to kind of highlight that, highlight us, being empowered and blah, 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 blah. Women, women, women. Y'all get smacking, get blah, blah, blah. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyway,
what was that?
Yaggity smacking, blah, blah, blah. Yaggity smacking, blah, blah.
But you know what though, 2019 is the year of the entrepreneurs, and the women are leveling up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
International.
Maybe that's the song. Maybe we can do a dance it up. Only the first couple seconds of it because I can't breathe long after I try to do some Sierra.
Yeah,
that motherfucker level up song. Level up. Yeah, I got a good couple pumps in me, and then I'll do some little lip syncing, and then we're gonna cut that shit off. Luckily, Grant only has 1 minute for us anyway, so it won't matter. You'll never know that I'm chanting in the background.
Exactly. But no,
because I will make it through.
But definitely, shout out to all the women out there. Happy International Women's Month. This is the year that we can celebrate ourselves. So honestly, this is the month that they give March. This is the year for us. This is 2019. I feel strongly that women are really really proving themselves to be equal or better than the minority, which is men. So definitely keep doing what you're doing. Keep being great. Whatever it is that you're doing as women, do it with power and keep being great at it. Because people are recognizing it. I believe we had like a lot of women who are running for president.
Okay.
So women are really out there they're letting people know that, hey, we're here. We're not to be stopped. This is 1964. This is 2019, the year of the women come up. All right.
Well, we're going to move into our positivity as if that was not enough for you. Okay. We're going to move into some positivity and keep this show going.
My sissy's on.
Hey. Where?
Right. It's on
YouTube. Hey, Mary. Okay. We over here with the YouTube. Yeah. So guys, let's start this whole party off with positivity.
I'm sorry.
Should I start off my positivity first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Can I do this whole broadcast like this or no? You're the one that need the mask.
Oh, not you.
You need to bring a mask when you walking with all of that. Okay. So my positive quote today is by Vic Johnson, and it simply says, "Believe in yourself, and the universe is forced to believe in you." And that is something, I guess the reason why I picked that quote is because that's really something that is really, really close to me. It also speaks to the week I've been having in my new capacity. Hey, James. James is on. James Lewis. Shout out to James Lewis. Big supporter of SipsTea, the show. We miss him every time he's not here, and we are overly excited when he is. We're overly excited when we're here. Yeah. But he definitely is there in YouTube and giving us feedback and all of that. So guys, definitely go and join us on YouTube wherever you are. The link is in the bio. You can click it and get over here on YouTube and check out SipsTea, the show, and join the actual collaboration. So Thank you. Yes, but believe in yourself, and the universe is forced to believe in you. And one of the reasons why is because in my daily life now, even just talking to other people, it's just like, look, if you want something, claim it, and it's already yours. And the thing is, if you don't get it, it really wasn't for you. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? So give things 110%, yes, but don't experience failure as if, oh, I didn't get what I wanted. Experience it like I didn't get what wasn't for me in the first place. I've kind of been through a whole lot of journeys over the last year. And this other thing is that you guys we have got to visualize, like, think about where it is. You got to visualize your success. Okay. So believe in yourself and the universe believing in you. You got to visualize your success first and see what that looks like. Literally try to put a clear picture in your head down to the details. What does that mean? I think about what that success means for my mama. I think about what it means for my sisters. I go down, like, literally when you want to visualize your success, think about all of the places in your life that success will actually touch. Like, what does it mean for you? What does that mean for the people in your life? What kind of clothes are you wearing when you're in your new sunshine? What does that look for you? Like, visualize all of it. Tell the universe that is yours. That is what you want, and that is what you will have, and go for it. Okay.
Pound.
Boom.
There it is.
Okay. So and then when you get there, I just want y'all to be like, do one little YouTube broadcast. GemDTwin said,
whenever y'all make it, just throw me $10. Cash at me.
You know what?
That's all.
Yes, contribute to SipsTea the show so we can continue to do this for other people. But if in any way something that we say on this show actually touches you guys or helps propel you forward or anything like that, just let us know. Send a little DM. I would love to get some good news in the DMs about how something that we said or done kind of slide DMs with some good stuff. But that's me. So what we got for positivity
on this end, guys? I'm in the spirit of International Women's Month. I'm gonna have a quote that's gonna be for everyone, but especially for my women, my lady friends out there.
Okay.
Here, I'm gonna do a toast.
No, you won't.
I am.
Toast that cup right there. You're not toasting me. No, I'm not putting my tea anywhere near you. Are you crazy?
You can't just.
I'm not. I'm having a hard time already sitting. Okay, here.
Just put it in
okay.
There you go.
All right. I thought we were. No, not touching. Not touching.
Here. Okay. Here's a toast.
Okay.
And we're drinking tea.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to everyone, to the women out there. Here's to strong women. May we know them. May we be them. May we raise them.
Oh yes. Know them, be them, and raise them.
There.
We'll have to watch that for
there we go. Okay.
May we stay away from the sick ones of them.
But seriously, I mean, I just thought that was powerful because it's International Women's Month. May we know them, may we be them, and may we raise them.
Absolutely.
And that's how you continue. That's how you continue on to make sure that we have a great generation to look forward to.
Absolutely.
Raise queens.
I love it. Be a queen. Raise a queen.
Be around a queen.
Yes.
That way, honey, you know.
I think all of those things affect each other, though, because if you surround yourself with queen, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be easier for you to take traits from that particular situation than from anything else. So,
absolutely. Absolutely. And then shout out to Diana Ross, too. She had her birthday yesterday, too. We turned 75.
Go, Diana.
You know, that's a queen right there.
Yes.
Yeah. For International Women's Month. Shout out to her.
Shout out to all the women out there giving it and doing it and killing the game.
Exactly.
We need you. Okay, well, with that being said, because that's a good way into brewing tea.
Well, no, I thought we said we're going to stop not do the brewing tea.
No, we didn't ever say we were going to not do brewing tea.
Well, no, we're going to go to do the relationship question. Last week we said we're going to start with the relationship question because we couldn't get to it. So we said that in the broadcast last week.
I don't know anything about that, but if you would like to switch,
y'all, I just said that to her like 10 minutes ago.
Okay, but again, it wasn't what was said, so of course I probably just ignored it.
Okay. But we can do
because we, you know,
she likes to just stay on.
I like to be, yes, I do, and one day we will exercise some control and get all the segments of our show per what we're supposed to do. You know?
I want to talk about this question because I really want to see what people's thoughts are.
Okay, we got some people up in here talking to us and stuff, so that's good. Well,
should we pose a question?
Sure.
So the question was last week.
Tell them why. We're talking about affinity. We're out of order. I know. If it's shaking y'all up, we're completely out of order. We're out of order.
We're shaking the tape.
Yes, but we're doing the affinity section where we talk about the ships.
Yeah, the relationships and things like that. We typically can never get to the nitty gritty of our affinity because we always are running out of time. So I was like, hey, but this was a really good question. I really wanted to know, what are y'all's thoughts on it? If you're in a relationship and the person that you're dating, the guy that you're dating or the girl you're dating, they're going out happy hour with friends and somebody buys them a drink, is that wrong for them to take that drink from that opposite sex or same sex? Or on the flip side, if your man or woman is going out and they offer to buy the opposite sex or same sex a drink, is that wrong? Okay, so basically, if you're in a relationship, let's do number one. If you're in a relationship, is it okay for you to buy someone else a drink? Or is it okay to accept a drink? And can you accept a drink? In a relationship, can you buy somebody a drink and can you accept a drink from someone else who is not your partner? Okay, you answer. I mean, I feel like, yeah, but I'm very liberal. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm very liberal.
And I guess if I, when you ask me a question, the first thing I'm thinking is, yeah, of course, like, why not? But then when I think about my girlfriend buying somebody a drink, which, to be honest, like, it's always happened. And I guess, excuse me, this has happened before.
No, James, you don't know the person. You're out you're at a happy hour and you're just out, you're having a conversation and you're just like, the next round on me.
Now, you see how you just said that, though, the next round on me?
Yeah.
Like, that's very it's not like I'm approaching you, that the way you just described that is like we're in a society.
Or if it's just you and them, y'all just having good conversation and you want to buy them a drink.
Well, are they allowed to have conversation? If I can't, it's just like, where do we draw the line? Because if you can have a conversation with somebody, I think a natural progression is, oh, let me buy you a drink. You over here wrapping me up? Sure, you can buy me a drink. But if that's not the case, it's like, I don't know. I think I personally have been in this situation. Over here on YouTube, you guys have got to go on YouTube. Join us on YouTube.
Yeah, the collaboration is
because
good.
This is important, but the collaboration is good. And Kayla over here on YouTube is saying, in her opinion, it's okay under certain circumstances, like saying next round on me is cool. But hey, send her this drink is not cool. Right. Okay, so you sending me a drink all the way across the room, then that's probably not cool because your intent. Now, if I'm standing here and talking to you and for whatever reason, and and I'm standing here talking to you, having a conversation, and I just buy you a drink, why can that not be like just regular? That's not, it doesn't have some other kind of intent behind it. Mm-hmm. So me personally,
you wouldn't mind.
I don't think I would mind. I might, don't get me wrong, I'm going to look funny. I'm be like, oh, okay. Now, should Sally sashay our way? I might be funny, but also Gemini. I'm more so like, hey, yeah, we bought you that drink. How you doing? Did you enjoy our drink that we bought you? Because, we're we. So, if mine bought you that drink, I don't even care.
That's what I'm saying, but you're not there. It's just like,
if I'm not there,
that's the whole premise of it. It's not if you're there, but if you're not there, and because people are more inclined.
You know what? I'm still gonna say it's okay, but what's the follow up? If the follow up is, I bought you that drink, we're still, there's no number. And then again, we're in a networking field as well. Mm-hmm. So it's very hard to say. Again, I am more about intent. What is the intent behind them buying you a drink or you buying them a drink? Mm-hmm. Because I always bring things back to myself and like what I do. And the answer, yes, I bought plenty of people drinks. You know what I mean? But it's all about what your intent was behind the thing. And I know sometimes it's difficult because you hear about it. Like, so how did I hear about it? You came home and you say, yeah, I bought such and such a drink. Okay.
Or y'all are married and you saw that credit card statement and it's like, oh wow, $120. We went out for happy hour? How did the bill come to $120?
No, first of all, it should not be $120. Don't fuck up the church's money now.
And that's the thing. Like for me, I'm a Leo, so I question every fucking thing.
And James says now that he's married, he would not buy someone else's.
That's what I was gonna say. Hashtag website. Because look, I'm a Leo. And
hashtag 120.
If we out. I mean, if call me, I'm hypocritical. I don't mind if somebody buy me a drink. Buy me a drink or 2 or 5 or 6. Save the dollars in my pocket, so I ain't gotta spend my own money. I'm a hypocrite.
But you be like, don't you save no bitch no money. Oh, don't you save her no money. You saving her money by taking $5 from our pocket. That's for me.
And then my thing is, so what I'm the Leo in me, so I'm like, okay, so you bought her a drink. Now, how did that help our life? what that
you can
be to our life. But yes, you can buy me a drink.
Yeah, that is super hypocritical.
I'm hypocritical.
I really try my best. I try not to be hypocritical. with my shit because the whole thing is,
better set
them guidelines and expectations. You better set them guidelines and expectations. You better live by what you live by your own rules. Like, don't place some rules on somebody else that you don't place on me. If you can go out serving up drinks and buying drinks, because Eb Deceleb will buy a drink. You will, sir. You will. Eb Deceleb. Do they have? Okay, here's another question. Does the person have to be random?
Look, for a friend, I'll buy a drink. For a random, I ain't buying shit. Okay. What if you're standing there and you having a nice little conversation and you just like, I mean, I don't know. I really personally, I don't like to be hindered. Whatever my heart tell me to do, I like to do it. Yeah. I do. Like, and trust me, I am protective of my bag because my bag is split between me and my kids. So please, I enjoy my bag and I try to keep my bag, secure my bag, paint my bag and some more stuff. So yes. So in YouTube, somebody has commented that. So what is that, girl? So you have to read from there because I can't. Okay, so it says now. Okay, so James saying, hey, I want to say Casper G08, but that's probably not even how you do. Hey, James Lewis says now if we were friends, yes, he would buy a drink and even treat my friends at dinner. Yeah, of course. And then, but guess what? Let me tell you about this Leo over here. Then we're gonna have to get into how good of friends y'all are, and what the slippery slope. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna have to keep it all the way real because. What we do is we go out, we're having good conversation, this, that, and the third. I gotta like my fellow Leo twin said, you gotta make sure you're securing your bag. If somebody wants to offer to pay for that drink or pay for this, I'm not offering to pay for it. I'm telling you right now. If we're friends and cool, I might first round on me, second round on you. That's a whole different it's reciprocal. But if I'm out and we at a networking event and I see that you drinking a gin and tonic and I'm drinking this, I'm not going to offer to buy you another gin and tonic. You can buy your own gin and tonic and you can buy this drink too if you feel like that's what you want to do. I'm not, call me whatever, hypocritical, this, that, and the third. You call the damn self hypocritical. I'm not be sitting out here buying a whole bunch of people's drinks because drinks are expensive. They're $14. A happy hour, maybe they're $8. But I'm not about to be going out here because people get an idea behind that. Yeah, I ain't buying nothing because that's gonna take away from my pocket. And girlfriend, whoever I'm with, my girlfriend don't need to be buying nobody nothing either because that's gonna take away from what we need to do. Did y'all have a conversation like that? What? That you're not to be out buying people drink. What's understood doesn't need to be spoken about. Oh no. That's another question for you guys. What Eb Deceleb said is what is understood doesn't need to be spoken about. And I think that if that were the case, we would not be having this conversation at all. Because everybody, not your perception of things doesn't mean if you don't say something, then it's not understood. Like you better hit us. If you guys have not had a conversation, you are speculating that she knows. You are speculating that somebody knows that. But like in the spirit of networking, and still I'm not buying nobody drink. If it's a networking thing and you're out and everybody's drinking out, everybody can buy their own shit. But everybody not even out there networking. So you're a networker and you get to go do what you want to do, but your girlfriend's not a networker. So she can't. So because what's understood. Oh well, but see, she ain't never got to worry about that with me because she know I ain't gonna buy no drink. Just because you cheat. Exactly. She ain't never got to worry about that with me. And do you think with her money, she is as well. Okay. Yeah. So you're thinking, is that why you're thinking then that it doesn't? What are we buying people drinks for? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you're buying them for. I really don't. Why is anybody buying you a drink? And once again, now you're more than welcome. Why are they buying you a drink? Oh, we said, why are they buying me a drink? Yeah, why are they buying me a drink? You look guilty as fuck. You said why are they buying me a drink? No, you just said why are we buying somebody a drink? And I'm asking you, I'm not as someone who's had a drink bought for them, why was that person buying you a drink? Because we might have been in conversation. So you guys never are out alone and just been in conversation. Because I know even at the bar. And it's Spain sexist as well. Like I've seen people out, they watching the game and yada, 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 this, that, and the other happens. And it's like, give him a drink.
I mean, it's happened to me.
Oh, people have said that. Oh, what you drinking on, or get me a drink, or this or that, or this or that. Because two, you gotta be careful when you start asking people, "Oh, can I buy you another drink?" They know damn well they over there drinking vodka and cranberry juice, and they want to order. Yeah, they want to order Ciroc with this and this and this and try to break your fucking pocket.
Right.
We're not even gonna have them type of issues because I'm not even gonna offer shit. And if I ever did offer a drink, I'm gonna say, can you please give her another whatever she was just drinking, or whatever he was just drinking. I have to be very specific.
Right. Can you give them what they just had?
What they just had in that cup. Like, no, no. But that's just me. No.
I mean, it's just so funny because I'm a strong believer that we all say some things, but things will become different in the moment. And then you start to think back. I've seen it happen at bars. I've seen perfect strangers buy each other drinks. I mean, you know, I've been inclined to somebody just because, like, we might be sitting there talking or whatever, and yeah, it might be a next round on me or da da da. It just depends, like, whatever the vibe is. Maybe it depends on how many drinks I already had. Maybe it depends on whether or not we network. And I'm not a never say never type person either, because every time I've ever said this would never happen or that would never happen, something happens. So yeah, but I am also a strong believer of, guys, if you're in a relationship, you guys need conversation, because your expectation and what you thought it was might be completely and totally different.
Being real with yourself. When I did in the past have ever brought somebody a drink, I had other intentions, and
that's probably why that way, because I've drank for people with no.
And I'm trying to get into something.
Yeah. And so when you have more drinks, so you just told the people that you ain't about that. But when you have,
if in the past, a longer time ago, I did,
when she was through that bag, when I was she just sat up on here and sipped tea and gave herself, just contradicted the hell out of her own self. But that's basically what I'm talking about, guys. Like, you never say never, because 9 times out of 10, your ass did the shit anyway.
Back in the day when, you know. But back in the day, with a happy hour drink and we out, I'd be like, okay. I would say give them whatever they just had. I was still very specific. I would never just, oh, what you drink?
See, and James, you're not a stranger anymore. Well, you haven't been a stranger to me in a long time. And now you're not a stranger to Eb Deceleb. You walk up to Eb Deceleb and it's like, hey, she'll be like, oh my God, is that James Lewis?
Get him a ginger ale. Get him a ginger ale on me.
And some salad.
And some salad.
Or some asparagus and carrots and stuff.
But if the dress on straight, he ain't getting no dress.
We'll buy you some dress. Yes, we would. Yes, we would. You and your wife.
Yeah, get them some.
Yeah, get them some veggie snacks.
Exactly.
Even though y'all know them salads cost. Them salads are expensive. Y'all trying to live, y'all trying to actually see y'all about that vegan life. That vegan life is expensive, so we might have to buy you a drink because they're trying to buy you a meal. It's gonna cost us an arm and a leg.
So you start comparing price.
You like, you know what? I was gonna buy you a salad or veggies,
there's two,
but let's just get you a drink. How about that? You guys worry about your food.
Ginger food. It's food drinks on you.
Yeah. They're gonna pay for their own meal. Yeah. Because them veggies expensive as hell. But yeah, that was Affinity, guys. Just think about it. And if you guys have a question you want to ask us or ask us to post to other people.
It's okay to be hypocritical.
Because we are hypocritical people. Like, that is what it is. Like, how many times, and you guys think about this too, this will be your takeaway. How many times have you said one thing and later on you have contradicted yourself in something else? It just happens. It happens because, and that's kind of why I stopped to kind of think when you first said it. I was like, the immediate response is, oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Especially if you're asking me about my girlfriend. Then I was like, damn, but I've seen my girlfriend honestly, definitely people a drink. I've seen me definitely buy people a drink. And then it comes back to, I can do what I want to do because I do what, you know.
But I like what you said, because honestly, and this is on a serious note, even if someone does offer to buy me a drink and I know that they're coming off of, and I'm in a relationship and they're coming off of, have other intentions.
Yeah.
Then that's absolutely, I'm good. Thank you. But if we're networking, Oh, let me get you the. It's a networking thing. Yes, I'm still not gonna offer to buy nobody a drink. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm sorry. I'm not. And if I have some liquor in my purse, I'll offer to you some of that. I'm not gonna spend an extra $1.
Oh, you gonna give them purse liquor?
I'll give them some purse liquor.
That's real personal.
Yeah, I'll give them some of that.
You gonna give them
some
purse liquor?
Pay for. I'm sorry.
We don't have to talk about that. You gonna you giving them stuff from your personal stash?
Yeah. I'm like, look,
so it's really the fact that it's money.
The money.
But you already spent money on that bottle you got in your purse, and that's supposed to be for the family stash. But you giving it a random?
I do.
You giving it a right way to random people? You pulling stuff from your purse that usually gotta be secretive, so they gotta be over here getting it under the table. You giving people stuff under the table? Okay.
We networking, right?
Oh yeah, you networking. What's your net worth? Yeah. So you are under the table.
Now
you are under the table one.
I am.
Mm-hmm. Watch it, guys. Eb Deceleb like to do it under the table.
They'll appreciate it. They're like, oh, we know she saved her money because she rather bring her stuff in the.
So now you're making an impression too.
Yeah, you know,
under the table. Now you making an impression with this networking on the table.
You know what I would do?
Okay, Monica Lewinsky. Like, no,
if I could, I would do that. I would just get a cup of ice, have my little bottle in my purse.
Oh, sweetie, you gotta get with it. Who was the one back in the day with the miniatures in purse? I didn't show up without it. Like the party was in the bag, literally.
The party was in the bag. Alcohol. I do not like that shit.
Well, I was a bartender, but also I just had to. I always, I'm going to patronize, so I'm going to buy drink. But they can only give you so much, and I'm not finna be filling up. No, I need to spike my own drink. So the bottles were in the purse to spike drinks. We have
the cost of liquor is so much higher too. I don't know if y'all been out lately, but I went out.
James said when we were talking about the salad, he said just buy some hot wings and they'll eat the celery.
Okay, good.
I know that's right. That's when you can keep yourself a vegetarian around. When they ready to eat the garnish.
And it was time to bring some extra celery.
Yes, we need extra celery with these hot wings, please.
But I don't know if y'all been out though. Drinks are expensive. Like
they
I
are.
The other day, and I went. They were like, "Oh, this drink is $19."
Yeah,
I was like, $19.
You be like, is that your tip included? Because
and nowadays they doing gratuity.
You need to, because you're not about to get no money after you.
You're not.
After you spend, it really encourages people not to want to give you money.
Yes, it does.
So it's difficult. But grandmama said, if you don't have the money,
don't go out, or don't
go out.
I cannot doing that.
That is somebody's job, though. I'm a strong believer in that because it is somebody's job, and I did do it, and I do believe they deserve it.
But you did bartending.
That's why I gotta put that thing
first. Yeah, because you did bartending knowing it was more reasonable.
It was slightly. It was still at that time. It was still like easy to me. I think with when the drinks were. When I was bartending, they were still like 16, 17 for something good,
a good drink.
Yeah. Okay. And so it was still like, this is a little ridiculous. Long Island's, why are they close to $10? It's still real liquor.
Okay.
Unless it was happy hour, but it's still real liquor. But at that time, that was kind of slightly outrageous. Yeah. But so now when people go, the economic that we're in right now, when they go see $20, it's still like, okay, that's a little outrageous. It's always gonna be outrageous. How about that? The end.
Yeah.
But
moving on.
Yes, let's move on. So since we got our affinity out the way, I personally wanted to tell you guys about a little bit of Brewing TEA. Since we are about Women's History Month, I wanted to actually tell you guys to check out Brandy J. We actually had her on show one day. She came into town. They were doing a full-figure model call, and I'm sorry, Brewing TEA is a segment of the show when we talk about everyday awesomeness and the people around us and things like that. So I definitely wanted to send a shout out to her. If you check our page, you will see the clip from a series that she did. It was a 2-part series that was called The State of Black Women. And it's on Lux Curves TV and the Brandy J Talk Show. But you guys check it out, because when I first heard some of it, the clip that's on there, they were talking about some real issues that we face as, I don't know if it's just a Black woman thing, but definitely a Black woman thing. Like that particular clip that was on there was talking about the fact that sometimes as a Black woman, you're scared or just reluctant, not scared, but you're reluctant to share your successes with another female.
Oh yeah.
Because you don't want to sound braggy. It's like I can't even be happy because this person is going to look at me like I'm bragging. I can't be successful around my sister because not my sister, like my sister in real life, but my sister circle. I can't be successful around them because it's going to seem braggy or boastful, or it's going to create an air of jealousy.
People misconstrue confidence
and success. Like who do you, because she talked about who you get to call, you know, and the fact that Brandy said she only has one person that she knows that she can call who will know genuinely, and be like, congratulations
for her.
Yeah. So we really, and I think that it's important to have conversations and talks like that because it helps us to identify a problem. And then it helps us move past that problem. You know what I mean? If we talk about it and we talk about why it is that we can't, you know, communicate a success to our sister circle, or we can't, you know, talk about our successes in life and things like that, then maybe we can get over that and, you know, stop, because we got to get past this crabs in a barrel situation. Mm-hmm. And we also have to get to the point where we can celebrate each other, because there's plenty of space for everybody to do everything and anything that they want. And we have got to learn to support each other and be okay with supporting each other.
Unfortunately, we are our own worst enemy.
Yeah.
We hold each other back unconsciously.
Yeah.
And it's so unfortunate because we don't see that. We do that in our everyday walk and our everyday talk. If we're not doing something uplifting and you're just putting out negative energy, you're downing the next person and you don't even know it. You know? So
absolutely.
Watch. Turn it on. But yeah, watch your circle, watch who's around you in your circle. Something my mom told me a long time ago: you'll be happy to leave this world with at least 5 good people in your life, mm-hmm. you know, that you can really call friends. And mm-hmm. you know, look at those circles, and then also look at yourself, because as people, we are so quick to say, oh yeah, she's bringing me down. Well, what are you doing to bring you up? You know what I'm saying? What are you doing to bring them up? Like, we're so quick to point a finger that we don't look at ourselves.
Absolutely.
And looking at myself, I have those moments, even my own self, you know, where as people, and this is the human side of people, we have those jealousy moments. You need to check yourself first, right, before you try to check anybody else.
And that's what it is. It's like self-evaluation. Am I okay with somebody else being successful?
Yeah.
Can I be okay with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, check yourself, you know, check your thought process and ask yourself some questions. Like, it's okay to question yourself. Like, why do I feel this way? Like, what are the actual reasons why I feel this way? Why can't I be happy for this person doing whatever it is that they're doing? What's stopping me from being happy for them? But yes, definitely check yourself. I also wanted to highlight Sister Locker TV.
Oh yeah.
Yes, recently, this past, what was that, Sunday. I actually sat with Sister Locker TV. She had SipsTea, the show on, and we were going to both be on, and Deceleb, poor thing, she was just in the middle of it. And I also, because of that, want to also brew Eb Deceleb, you know, because sometimes it's not what you see in front of the camera. Sometimes it's behind the camera and things like that. But we were both going to be on the show. Eb Deceleb was like literally, even, it wasn't this, it was something else. But she, you know, she had dental surgery and everything, and she was still trying to make it to the point where I said, you can't do that. And you know, International Women's Month, we've got to learn to know our limitations. We do have to learn our own limitations, but I can celebrate you for your efforts. I can celebrate you for trying. I can celebrate you for, I know your heart was, because you were here with me, mm-hmm. even if you couldn't be here with me. Mm-hmm. So that was, you know, that was okay. So I have to brew Eb Deceleb for that too, and for making it today, mm-hmm. even though she said I don't know about that or not, but definitely because it always takes, we have to be a support system to each other more often than not. And sometimes it's not what we do in front of the camera. Sometimes it's what we do behind the camera and things like that. But shout out to Sister Locker TV for us on. I'm sure we'll do that again. It was really, really fun. And I got to kind of just shoot the shit with her and some of the people that tuned in. And I also wanted to recently on, I guess it was Sunday as well, I saw some other entrepreneurs, and I wanted to say congratulations to you guys. This is the year of the entrepreneur anyway. I met top 10 in the city. That's Dion's top 10 in the city. He does apparel and things like that. So I'm hoping that he'll make some shirts with our logo on it. It was a very good job that he did. And sometimes, we've actually gotten some shirts and we were not necessarily all that, super excited about them. They passed, but maybe do something else for us. AIM Ambition is Me was there. And she has an amazing story, and I hope that we can bring you guys some of these people a little bit later. Davina from Scentsy, which is a distributorship. So if you ladies are trying to make that coin, you can talk to her. And also 7 Sunshines LLC, catering and event planning. They catering really they did catering, but they sold food at this event. And when I tell you, the food was good. Like I had some crab balls, and you know how I am about my seafood. The crab balls were amazing, and I tasted some ribs on my way out the door because they were, they literally were like wrapping it up and stuff like that. And I was like, well, let me just taste one. They let me taste it, and I was like, well, how much is it if I just buy that little container that y'all about to take home or whatever? Because their ribs were like amazing. So they're actually going to get a food truck and stuff like that. And I'm just, so look out for them. This is 2 sisterpreneurs. They're 2 entrepreneurs that are sisters. And when I say we don't just support people who are doing something just because they're doing it. No, we support you because you're doing well. You know what I mean? You're actually making your way. This is not something that you just picked up as a hobby, and next year there may not be a you. Hey, if that's what happens, everybody start and get out there with, however you see fit. But we're talking about people who are really, really committed to doing what they do. And with that being said, I got to shout out the DINC as well for being supportive of that, actually introducing me to Dion Wells for top 10 in the city. And, for all of those things that she does in that direction as well. So we are doing it, ladies and gentlemen, because top 10, look, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to top 10 in the city. You know what I'm saying? But he was there with a whole group of female entrepreneurs. Awesome. Yeah. So that is the Brewing TEA segment, of the show. And are we going to do tea time first, or do you want to do this detox first? Because you know how tea time goes, since we all out of whack anyway.
I think we can do detox tea.
Okay, we'll talk the detox tea because that's our health and wellness segment of the show.
And right now with the weather change, y'all need to take care of your health and wellness.
Lord, yes, y'all need to take care of your health and wellness because we don't need this up in the households of America. Okay, we to be well. I need Eb Deceleb to be well, and it's so funny because when you are in the midst of stuff, you forget the things that you need to take care of yourself. As a matter of fact, I forgot I had the chicken soup in here until you asked me about some tea. And then I remembered I had tea. There are things that you have in your arsenal, and that's kind of what we want to talk about during detox. There are things that you have, that we all have in our arsenal that can keep us well or to help to fight off infections. So for detox tea today, we'll talk about homemade chicken soup and why. And if you see us drinking tea today, today's tea is actually today's tea, like TEA tea. It is not 80 proof or anything like that. We're actually drinking chai tea with some lemon, but I like chai tea because it has cinnamon in it, and I'm actually drinking from my favorite teacup. But chai tea has cinnamon. It has I think it's bergamot or something like that. Good. Yeah, but chai tea is amazing if you ask me. I like with men, but it's one of those things that already has a lot of, the tea has a lot of properties in it that, you know, will help you with your overall health and wellness anyway. So you can drink it when you're sick, drink it when you're not sick. Also the lemon and sweetening it with honey as opposed to, you know, because we all know that white processed sugar, not necessarily sugar cane, which is not good for you either, but white processed sugar is definitely not good for us. So in this season, keep yourself some tea on hand. You know, that tea can do, you know, work some miracles for you, as well as some lemon and some honey. Those things will help you. The lemon actually helps you to retain water, if I'm not mistaken. It's one I call it making water. Actually, if you use salt, it will help you retain water. So you know, people get dehydrated. If you put salt in your stuff, salt is not good for you.
But I thought salt releases water.
Salt will help you to
release water weight.
Retain some of when you're getting rid of your water weight, you're trying to get rid of the salt, right? Mm-hmm. Because the salt is helping you to. The salt is the molecule is sticking to the salt in your body. Mm-hmm. So like I know a couple people who will become dehydrated, like very, very dehydrated to the point where they have to go to the hospital. Mm-hmm. But usually adding salt to their water helps you to retain some of the water in your body, the natural water. Hold on, let me see. Oh yeah, somebody said that they were drinking. Oh, Casper G08 says she was drinking lemon balm and caraway tea with no sweetener. You know what? One of those things about no sweetener, if you add some lemon, sometimes it's not that hard not to have with electrolytes. Thank you. Is that what I'm trying to say? Y'all, please. It's sometimes you know what you know, and it's harder to express why you know. And so the only thing I can do is give you examples of what has happened and why this is information that we hold on to. But also chicken soup.
And I actually found facts about the chicken soup.
Okay.
Exactly why. That's why I was in here Googling. The
chicken soup. You want to give them some chicken soup facts?
So chicken soup is good for soothing both cold and flu symptoms. The hot soup helps break up the congestion associated with both colds and the flu. The salt in the soup and it warmth can soothe a sore throat. Oh yeah, that would make sense because you know you gargle salt.
Right.
A scientific study found that chicken noodle soup has inflammatory properties.
Okay. So, and that also is probably. Yeah, she had a little chicken soup and she started to actually feel better.
Yes.
And somebody said that Kayla's is coming over for some real soup. Yes, indeed. What happens with the chicken soup? And I promise you guys, when it is like, you know, if it's time when I feel myself about to get sick or something like that, chicken soup is definitely on the agenda. But chicken soup for me is on the agenda when I'm not feeling poorly because of the things that go into it. For example, you make it with carrot and celery. Celery has medicinal properties as well. If you want to look that up, there are medicinal properties in celery. We all know carrots are good for you, but there are medicinal properties in celery, and that's why you find that in chicken soup. Also, onions. If y'all know about grandmama and she tell you put them onions in your socks and things like that to draw out the cold and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Well, having them, you are literally boiling these things and sucking out all of the medicinal properties of them into your tea broth. So I say, even if you can't eat the rest of the soup, drink the broth, because in the broth you have onions, you have the celery juice, and you also have garlic. You guys look up garlic. The medicinal properties of garlic and onion, they are amazing. It's amazing enough for me to say you should try your best to add some onion and garlic to your weekly life, your everyday life, some kind of way. So Casper GOA says juiced celery does wonders. You are right. Has anybody?
What is juice celery?
Juiced celery is when you literally like juice the celery in a juicer. I did a 30-day challenge with the celery juice. It's so funny because I saw people doing the celery challenge, and I also was some of the medicinal properties of celery by itself.
Mhm.
So I knew that doing the celery challenge would be good for me anyway. I'm not really with the fads and things like that, but I knew that drinking celery.
So what is it? What are the? Because you keep saying medicinal properties. What are some of the?
Can you pull it up so that way I can? It'll be actual fact. Let me give you actual facts. Just put in medicinal properties of celery. There are amazing properties that celery has in it as well. It's good for gut health. I know that it's good for, the health of your gut, and cleaning and cleansing and detox. Celery is supposed to be good for cleansing and detox. So for 30 days, actually, I juiced celery. It tastes really weird.
Potassium.
Yes, potassium. Potassium. Magnesium is the stuff that makes you go. I know that. So that probably helps to keep you regular. Helps with high blood pressure.
It's high in vitamin C, which is critical for your immune system.
Absolutely. And it has water content.
It minimizes and oxidizes stress. It also has an anti-inflammatory property in it as well. Protects against chemotherapy effects.
They actually say chemotherapy, and they say that it helps with prevention of cancer.
Really?
Yeah, but it would be because of, it could be related to that because of the anti-inflammatory, the anti-stress, and the detoxification of the gut. That it will probably be instrumental in helping you not, to ward against cancer.
So let's do this thing, guys. Let's just throw out a challenge out there. If you for next Wednesday, what is it?
He says Vitamix celery is good smooth juice. Yeah.
Wow. So I never knew this about celery. I'm actually gonna get some tomorrow and throw it in that blender.
Yeah, Casper GOA says her gut health was one of the reasons why she started with the celery as well. I'll tell you guys, I taped myself a little bit when I did the 7-day challenge. It was going around, and so I did. I actually, maybe I'll upload those.
I think we should throw out a challenge out there.
Maybe it was actually around for a while when people were doing a celery challenge.
I never knew this.
And I'll tell you this, I had decided just to make this a normal thing in my life because I did find that it had some positive effects, and my damn juicer broke. So I am really, really upset about that all the way around. But yeah, because it really was. But hopefully I can get my little juicer. I have a Jack LaLanne, but it broke on me, and that's when I stopped juicing. As a matter of fact, I still have some of the celery stalks in my refrigerator because it broke on me. It broke my heart. But you pretty much juice a whole stalk of celery, and you're trying to drink approximately like 16 a day. It's like 2 cups. And
so you just put the celery and water,
celery in a juicer, and just drink celery. Drinking the celery juice. It's literally the juice with a juicer. Okay, we have to talk about juicers versus like blenders and things like that.
Okay, so
a juicer extracts only the juice and leaves the pulp. Guys, I will also tell you this. When I was doing that, I actually juiced celery, and I had that. And then another drink that I was drinking was carrot. So I also made another batch with like carrot juice and apple. It had carrot, apple, ginger. What else did I put in there? Some other kind of green. I was doing it like I was actually enjoying it because I felt better. Wow. So what I was having was my celery juice first thing in the morning. They say to try to have it on an empty stomach, and that's for your gut health. But to have the celery juice on an empty stomach first thing in the morning, and then because I had that, I wasn't hungry, but because I had that, I wanted to follow it up. So when I would go out, I also took the carrot juice mixture that I had, and that would also be something that I drank on the day. But these were juice, and then I got really, really funny with it, and I was thinking, because when you juice things, you're leaving the pulp. So you're leaving the rest of the stuff, and I started making veggie burgers with carrot and celery veggie burgers that I put together and make that. And so I think if nothing else, I can definitely say drinking the carrot juice in the morning made me aware. You know what I mean? Nothing else I was aware. I was like, well, number one, I need to follow this up with, I'm going to care for my gut. I need to follow up with this. And fried food. You know what I mean? Seriously. Taco Bell, nacho fries, I wish I would just discontinue them.
She said that's a good idea. Casper always said that's a good idea.
Yes, you need the fiber. James, I actually said you need the fiber. Wow. And that's another reason why.
Do you have a good mixer that you would suggest?
Mine was, I'm actually going to try another one from Vivid. I'm sorry, I'm so excited. But you should join us on YouTube, Dr. Vivid, if you can. Click the link in the bio because we're talking about something I know is completely and totally up your alley. But yes, I am actually going to try another juicer. Okay. Because the thing is that my juicer broke. And I've been waiting because it has a warranty. I wanted to send it back and this, that, and the other, but I really, really missed my juicing.
Jack and
Jack LaLanne, that's the one that I had. Okay. The Jack LaLanne. It was really good actually, and it collected the pulp and stuff like that. So I had the Jack LaLanne. I think it's a pretty good juicer. It worked really, really well for me. I'm sure that there are some others on the market. I've been looking at some YouTube videos and things like that. And if I do get another one, I'll let you guys know. But that one I definitely had, and I can definitely stand by that. I have a Ninja.
And they're only about $70. The Jack LaLanne's only about $70 at Walmart.
Is that true? Yeah, that's actually the one I had.
Yeah.
The Jack LaLanne's good because you can pretty much fit very large size fruits in there. Although I still personally say to chop them up a little bit because you don't want to just. I'm so sad. So I'm gonna get my little juice and life back together. But that definitely was it for me. You know what I'm saying, you guys? If you have to buy something that some of the juicers, like you're bringing up some of the pictures, but some of them don't do as well as others with actually extracting the juice. And I do think the Jack LaLanne one extracted very, very well. Okay. And it produced, because you're worried about it producing. You want to take the most of the juice out of the stuff because most people are just throwing away. But with those fruits, vegetables. And yes, and that's what I did with it. Yeah. So with the pulp, I suggest, just really all you have to do is just like after you take it out, just make a patty. And because there was so much pulp, I literally don't have pulp in my freezer because if you can't use it quickly enough, you can freeze it. I think you can freeze it probably for up to like 30 days if you just go ahead and put it in the freezer, and they'll probably stay for I think 7 days if you put it in the refrigerator. But I mean, they were good. Get you some seasoning. I heard them
add some onions.
I mean, even not the cheese is the best, but you can put some cheese on there. Lettuce, tomatoes, a veggie burger with lettuce and tomatoes, just some more vegetables. I mean, it really tasted good. It was good.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, it really was good. I don't like to eat food just because, it's healthy. No, it was good. So these things are possible for you. Now, y'all, we have got to tell you guys, we got to get into a little bit of this tea time before we get out of here.
So the good thing is we're getting through the show, even though we're jumping around. But the tea time, and we'll pick up the tea time and the Shits Award together. But I wanted us to really get into it, but I know with relationships going down the drain right now, and like people cheating on people, and with Wendy Williams
going into rehab.
That she relapsed.
Yeah,
that's because she relapsed when she found out that his mistress. So in fact, he was obviously creeping. For the last 10 years, that's what they say. But she got pregnant when he found out she was pregnant. Is when she relapsed. Is what they're saying. Yeah. And that's the human side. People look at Wendy Williams and saying, things like, "Oh, she deserved what she got what she deserved." Nobody deserves that.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. The core of who Wendy Williams is. She got her career by doing what she had to do to get to where she needed to be. However, she's still a human. Mm-hmm. So he, apparently he does have a child that's on the way or already born. Pictures were surfacing with him at the beach with the girl and this and that. So she done relapsed again. And, she's going crazy right now. She's going through it.
Wow. I think, James, did you say you've been married for or 23 years in a relationship or 23 years married? I mean, that's a long time. You know, I'm not sure how long Wendy Williams was. Were they 20 years?
Yeah, 20 plus years.
It's just it's painful, and we have to realize that this is what we're doing to each other. And I personally feel like, look, just go away.
Yeah.
Like, out of respect for me, out of the love that we have for each other at whatever point in time it was, just like go away, leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? Love me enough to walk away from me and let me experience that pain. Because this other pain she put on top of it, I think that also does things to people psychologically.
Yeah,
why am I not enough?
Yeah.
What does this person, then you're thinking, about things that you don't have.
Yeah.
Just out of control. So
it's
and she's already dealing with stuff. You know what I mean? Dealing with her own addictions and trying to get away from that and stuff like that. So that shit is out of control. Yeah. So
my heart goes actually out to her.
Absolutely. Hearts and prayers.
Goes out to Wendy Williams. I'm not hating on you, girl. It's gonna be all right.
Yes. You guys can resume your dismissing and hatred of her later. Don't do it
right now. And then, Monica, filing for divorce,
which is unfortunate.
Yeah, when you get married, you don't get married to break up.
Yeah,
but then you have to get married for the right reasons. Because if you get married because of what the world thinks looks right, then you're getting married for the wrong reasons, and so the world has more power over your relationship than you do. You got to get married for the right reasons, and you got to hold true to those commitments and those vows that you take. People take those commitments and vows, they don't take them as sincere as they really are. They play with their words, and they say, till death do us part. It's in fact until death do us part.
Right, and not
because I want to move on to go be with somebody else. Take these commitments, and marriage is serious.
Yeah.
It's a lifetime commitment. And when you get into it, you don't get into it thinking I'm going to get married to be divorced. However, sometimes it does cause for divorce.
I mean, sometimes it does. But imagine if you couldn't get divorced. I think that people feel
exactly they like the better but not the worse.
Yeah.
But when I say, however, divorce, sometimes when you're in a situation where it's not healthy for you,
then you have to do what you got to do.
You got to do, and especially if there's a child involved,
and
you have to do what you have to do for the sanctity of yourself and safety of your child.
Yeah.
That's where something totally different. So if Monica is like, okay, this is not good for my health.
Yeah.
This is not good for my state of being. This is not good to allow me to be the creative person that I am. Then divorce. Okay, now we need to talk about different options.
Yeah.
We've done the marriage counseling. We've done everything we can do. Now you want to divorce.
And did you exhaust those options?
Well, that's true too.
You know what I mean? Did you exhaust those options? Because at some point, I think it's always good to think of that.
Divorce is always the first thing you go to.
Yeah, is divorce the first thing you go to? What are you willing to do in order to save your marriage? Like, what, are you willing to exhaust those options before you just call it quits? But I was gonna say, it's like funny, like what if I think maybe people would not be so quick to get married in general. If you thought about the fact that, what if divorce was never an option? Like that wasn't even a thing that you could do at all. Would you be so quick to get married? Would you also, would you jump? I think that we would be looking a little bit harder at who the person is, what we doing, and that kind of thing before we kind of jump the whole broom, if you knew that I could not, under any circumstances, undo this.
And before you get married to you're always going to be uncovering things about your partner.
Absolutely.
But before you get married, understand the married.
Yeah, and understand that they are not obligated to stay that person either.
They can change.
I mean, hopefully you change for the better, but nobody is obligated to be the same person today that you're going to be in 5 and 10 years. When you get married, though, I think you guys, and James can probably speak on this better, that is your commitment to growing with this person.
Growing old.
That's your commitment to saying, hey, come what may, hell or high water, we're gonna make this work. Like you can change, you can do this, you can do that, but I promise to work on it.
Yeah.
I promise you always try. I promise
to put effort into
you
gonna do the do it for the rest of your life. You ain't
And James here on YouTube, he says, humble yourself and go to marriage counseling. And really? He actually had some experience that he said that helped save his marriage. I think that sometimes, especially after years and years, you guys have been together 5, 10, 15, 20 plus years. Sometimes we start to don't recognize each other, and we expect that we're supposed to be the same person. There are a lot of things that can come for us over the years, and so I think sometimes, building that therapy into your marriage might even just be a thing.
I think therapy for marriage is definitely a requirement.
It should be like a requirement.
A requirement. I know before you get married, you want to go speak to somebody, but I think that while you're in that marriage, I think it's always good to just have, views that sometimes we lose sight of our partner's point of view. So I think having a point of view is always healthy in any relationship.
Somebody need to tell you wrong. It's like, Casper Gio says, I was married 23 years and had to leave for my own sanity and health. Tried everything. Wow. And she's been divorced for 11 years and it was the best decision ever made. Can I ask you too, Casper, how old were you when you married in general? And do you guys think that, and we'll leave this let's do that for the affinity question for next week.
Yeah.
If you guys have been married, we'll have this discussion continue next week. But do you think age played a part in your marriage staying together or your marriage being dissolved? Okay.
So let's do that. Yeah. We're definitely going to panel that.
I'm writing it down literally.
Yeah. Because she was 19. So that does play a factor. And I think that this is going to be really good. We definitely want to promote, especially James and Casper 08 and anybody who's following the show who is married or single or in a relationship, because we want to, this is what the collaboration is all about. Like giving that to people, because people who are watching the show might be in a situation where they're in a relationship because they don't know how to get out, or they don't know when they should get out, or should they get out, or whatever the case may be, or should I marry this person, or this or that. This is what the collaboration is truly all about, is identifying those issues, knowing that you're not alone, knowing that there are people out here that are willing to speak about it and growing from those experiences. But with that being said, guys, it is definitely our time. It's an hour and 7 minutes, and we trying to get up here. I got to go get better.
And next week we'll also talk. We're gonna have to talk to you guys about Jussie Smollett. And
I'm sorry.
We're gonna have to talk to you about.
Innocent or not?
I'm going with the OJ. Okay. He's already been exonerated. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Okay. If you did something, you got away with it. I mean, I don't know.
And my thing is, you got away. Thanks so much. You got away with it, Jussie. You're clear free. Stop with the shits.
Yeah.
Stop with the shit.
Yeah, you better not do shit else.
Don't do shit else. Try to find another shit on.
Yeah. If you did, and then we also have to talk about the whole. There's a surfacing about Cardi B, and stuff like that, and people talking about being drugged and yada 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 and stealing money. So you guys, again, just like Eb Deceleb says, you count on the United States of America,
the US of A, to be with the shits.
Okay, so we're gonna even reserve some of that shits award. You guys. If we have to give it to anybody, we'll give it to Wendy Williams' husband. Yeah, because we're not with the shit.
No, we're not.
We're not with the shit. So you are a big winner of the Shits Award for being a big loser.
And you did the shit in International
Women's Month and publicly. You know what I'm saying? I think that's plenty of people have been cheated on, but come on now, that embarrassing. Even worse for people. So thank you so much for tuning in. Do something for somebody. Find a sisterpreneur. How about this? We challenge everybody to at least buy something from someone who you know is an entrepreneur.
And hashtag SipsTea show. And then the person, and then what you bought, so that we can talk about it.
Yes.
Please hashtag.
Just let us know who it is that you're.
Let
us know who it is that you're supporting so that we can actually shout them out on the show next week, because unfortunately that will be the end. I guess like really the last week, because next week we're already in April, but the party still keeps going.
One last thing I want them to add is sis.
With your coughing hand. Okay. Jean jacket. Sorry. It was a jean jacket.
Take that jacket off.
Okay, girl.
And then also one last thing, guys, because I really was so excited about our detox. You do have different juicing things that you do, or different teas that you drink. Please at SipsTea the show so that we can post our page and once again give them to the people.
Absolutely. We got to share the wealth of information. We thank you guys for tuning in every Wednesday. We thank you for your relation with us, and in turn sharing it with the rest of the world. We love you to life, and we will see you back here next Wednesday. All right. And we're out.
We're out. We did.